Hey, Matt Mass here, guys, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about the idea of what has become a rebel or selfish in today's society versus what it has been for the past 50 years. The past 50 years, if you were someone who stayed home from work, right? Stayed in the house, watched movies, watched Netflix or whatever, and you didn't really want to go out and do anything for yourself. You were considered the rebel, the selfish one. But what we are in right now with the lockdown, with COVID-19 and everything that's going on, now that role has completely reversed. If you want to go out, you want to get back to work, you want to go in a store without wearing a mask, you want to stand up to the overreach that's been going on, in many local governments and stuff like that. If you want to provide for your family, regardless of the risk, you have now become the rebel. You have now become the selfish one, and you have become the one who, is caring only about themselves, right? So it's a complete reversal of what we've seen over the past 30 or 40 years. But to that, I say amen. That's a great thing. We should always be the ones who are responsible, number one, for ourselves and also for those who depend on us. Regardless of what's going on. One thing you're not going to hear among all these, shutdown orders and everything that's going on right now is that, okay, we're going to tell you who's essential and who's not essential. We're going to tell you if you can work, if your business can open or not. Meanwhile, we're still going to charge you property taxes. We're still going to charge you your income taxes and all that. And if you open up, we're going to fine you. Well, if we don't have any income coming in, how are we supposed to pay for any of those things? Like, we are literally being restricted from going to work. I don't know about you guys, but we have not shut down at all during this entire thing. Our governor had went and issued a stay-at-home order approximately 8 weeks ago. And when it first came out, my thought was this, that, excuse me, that oh, you know what? If I have a week or two, we kind of slow down or take a break, whatever, that's great. I can get caught up with some things. Well, that's not the way it happened. And now the goalpost for reopening has been continued to be moved out further and further and further, even though the proclaimed reason for the shutdown in the first place was to, flatten the curve, right? And not to overwhelm our hospitals. Well, our curve has been flattened. And also, none of our hospitals have come even close to being overwhelmed. Most of them, in fact, are laying off medical staff, closing down entire floors because they have no patients there. I've got kind of an inside, look in some of our local hospitals, and the numbers that are coming out don't justify it. So, at least ask yourself, why are we still trying to, stay shut down? Not to get political on you guys or anything, but most of the red states are opening up, blue states are not. Why is that? So take that into consideration. And I'm telling you, we need to get back to work. America needs to work. The American people are what makes up the economy. People going out every single day, exchanging, products and services, living their life, that's what creates the economy, right? And you cannot shut down that machine. It just doesn't work. And especially not for this long. Everyone is talking about, the risk of, opening too soon. But here, I have a question for you. What about the risk of opening too late? What kind of damage, permanent damage to our economy and to our country is going to be, made if we open too late? So, just circling back to that point that I made in the beginning, and that was this. 30, 40 years ago, if you were staying home, you didn't want to work, you're watching movies and just chilling, you were the selfish one, you were kind of the rebel, considering everything that, what was expected of a person. Now, that role is completely reversed. If you're going out, you're saying, look, I'm going to open up, I'm going to work, I'm going to, live my life because I'm not going to let the fear of some virus that has a 98% recovery rate stop me from living my life and providing for myself and my family. You have now become the rebel. You have now become the selfish one. And if that's the case, so be it. All that is name calling. It doesn't amount to anything. So go out, open up, and open America back up.